Heather McMahan, welcome to Live from Bed.
Hi. You have a really great couch.
Thank you so much for saying that.
Nice.
But I have I have this bare white wall that just haunts me at night.
Okay. Well, you could look at my mom's an artist, TheRightContemporary.com. Quick shout out. Out the gate.
Right out. Here we go, baby. Here we go.
She texted me and she's like, Heather, I need to do an art festival soon. I got to start pumping this art. I was like, all right, Mom, I'm out in LA. I'll just start selling some of your art.
She should have told you that before your Netflix special.
No shit. No shit. How are you?
I'm good. So I wanted to know a little behind the scenes of like a Netflix special. What beauty treatments did you do before? Does it feel like your wedding day? Like what goes into it?
So this is what's wild about at least being a road comic. Okay, so the special that's out now, I shot 2 years ago. So I did absolutely nothing to prep for my wedding, and I did absolutely nothing to prep for my special. Because when you're on the road, you are working up until the day you shoot your special. I was working up until the day I went left to go to my wedding.
Right.
I now, being in this business now for, touring and now I've shot 2 specials. I'm like, I must take 2 weeks off before I shoot another special.
But I feel like for my wedding, I also didn't do anything before. And I just feel like you get whacked with the pretty stick just for that one, those 24 hours. And then you go back to being a troll.
I had an eczema flare up. I was
a
little itchy right before the wedding.
I got a huge sit. You're right. I feel like they give you one just to keep you humble.
Keep you humble.
You know?
But no, I look back and now I'm like, I should have carved out time to do beauty treatments. The problem is because I'm on the road, I don't sit somewhere. Right. So people are like, well, why don't you just go to this doctor? Why don't you just go to this appointment? I'm not home. I got to figure out where I can get a massage in Cincinnati. I got to figure out where I can get a laser in Toledo. It's not, I like to try and do those things when I'm home, but I'm only home some weeks, on a Monday. And then I turn around and I'm back on the road. So I'm very excited to have the summer off from touring because I'm going to literally just do all the wellness, put a crystal up my ass. I don't care what I have to do. I've got to get some sort of routine because I'm feeling crazy.
You're going to go into chrysalis mode.
Yes.
I say that because I just started growing caterpillars and not to brag or anything. Yeah, I have a little caterpillar farm.
Wow.
And they're in their chrysalis right now. And it's just really just a metaphor for life, It really is just a wonderful thing.
I'd like to go away for a little bit and then just come back with full plastic surgery, like the Swan Makeover.
Totally.
Do you remember that show?
No.
Okay, there was a show called the Swan Makeover. It was on a network television years ago.
I feel like I watch all the TV. I've never heard of this.
How old are you?
I was going to say 20. You guys, I was about to fucking lie. I'm 30.
Okay, you're 30. All right, I'm only 7 years older than you.
Yeah.
But this was a really big show where basically these women right before their wedding, it was 6 months before their wedding, they'd go on the show, people would pick apart what they needed to fix. They would have plastic surgery, they'd have a whole thing, and then they wouldn't, quote unquote, see themselves before the day of their wedding. And it was, the show is so fucked up. Deeply rooted in major psychological issues. Yeah. So problematic. But that's what I want. I want a swan. I want to go away for 2 months and come back. I have no surgeries on the books, but I'm being in LA this last week is
just
made
have
me
people
crazy.
send you numbers. Hey, if you're listening, send some numbers around. I could send you a few numbers. I got it on lock. I got it on lock. But you filmed your Netflix special in Lexington? Kentucky?
Yes. So I self-produced it. So
how do you choose? Is it the rowdiest crowd? You're not going to film a special in LA because that's not, I feel like the LA crowd is not great, right?
No, actually LA is great. I always have great shows here, but you do it based on while you're touring. So it had been a certain amount of time since I had been in Lexington. Okay. So I knew, I can go back and sell out 2 shows. Right. Because when you shoot something, you're always shooting 2 shows. And I loved the vibe in Lexington. I'm from the South. My first special was about my family, my roots, who I am, an introduction of who I am. So for me, it felt when I went into the Lexington Opera House, it had such good energy. And I'm very much so I'm not an actual woo-woo girl, but I feel energy. I'm all right. Totally. I trust the instincts. So I shot there. And then the second special that we just shot in November, I shot it at my home theater, the Fox Theater in Atlanta.
That's great. Did your family come? Do you allow your family to come?
Oh yeah. My family's a part of everything. Okay. My mom's backstage dictating what we're doing.
Yeah, I saw her in the,
my husband's what are we doing for dinner afterwards? The family is involved.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about your special because I absolutely loved it.
You're so sweet.
I really did. But amongst many other things, I was deeply inspired by your parents' Upstairs Water Jug.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is iconic behavior. Your parents had a full Poland Springs
water jug upstairs.
Yep.
And we had like the water cooler, the office water cooler way before anybody else had.
Right. Would you have like family discussions up there by the water?
Yeah, pretty much. It was in my parents' like big walk-in closet. And so as a kid, I was in charge of carrying the 5-gallon jug up the stairs. And I would like strap it to my back as like a 7-year-old. And I never thought anything of it. Like I just was like, that's my role in this family. And I would just do it. I mean, and that's why the special's called Son I Never Had.
Right.
Because it's a lot about my relationship with my dad and how as a girthy, chubby child, I was in charge of doing a lot of the male roles, which kept me very humble. Which, before we were recording, I came in, you were like, how's the day been? I'm like, it's been busy, but I've also been looking at, comments by men about my body on Reddit threads, and I want to put a gun in my mouth. But you have to realize, like, I also then make fun of myself on stage, like I can handle it.